A lot of people ask me why I'm so good on camera. Now, first and foremost, you have to know my background's actually theater, so I paid thousands of dollars to learn how to talk in front of people. So there's that. However, there are some tricks of the trade that I have learned over the years because speaking on stage is not the same thing as speaking on camera. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 of my favorite YouTube scripting tips. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to go pretty deep in on each tip. So if you don't have anything to write with, I would go ahead and grab something now because I'm going to be very specific. And so after you walk away from this video, you're going to have the tools that you need to go ahead and start writing a script for your next YouTube video. I encourage you to script things out, and there are different ways of doing it, so I'm going to walk you through that. But I encourage you to know where your video is going, simply because it'll keep you from wandering around. And I have noticed that people tend to comment on my videos and say, thank you for being so concise. When you are concise with your content, you are providing a better product because you're being a good steward of your audience's time. So they're going to value the fact that you said what you were going to talk about, you talked about it, and you moved on. I have found that videos where I wander less tend to have more views, more engagement, and tend to get shared more. So if that sounds like the type of content that you like, let me know in the comments. Do you prefer more concise videos or kind of, off the top of your head videos? Does it make a difference to you? Because at least for me, I prefer when people get to the point. So if you prefer when people get to the point, just put get to the point in the comments. I'm very curious to see if I'm alone in this. So my very first point is you need to determine your scripting style. And what I mean by that is there are, I will say 6 ways that you can script your content, okay? So we're gonna start from number 1. You can go the route where you don't have notes at all. And that's that, top of the dome, stream of consciousness style. I know you've seen it where it looks like someone literally just turned the camera on and started talking. And you can do that. You can honestly create a YouTube video where you have no script and it's intentional. And so what tends to happen if you go that route, it might be easier for you to create the content, but it's going to take you longer to edit the content. And editing is a huge part of how you create videos for YouTube. So pros and cons. If you find that you are a better speaker, if you're not, really agonizing over the notes, just know that editing will take you longer. Now, you can use bullet points. Bullet points are great because it kind of gives you a framework, like an outline, almost like a meeting agenda. And it helps to make sure that you hit the high points, but it doesn't require as much prep time because you're not fleshing out word by word what you're going to say. So bullet points is an option. Number 3 is voice to text. If you want me to show you a video of how to do this in Google Docs, just put Google Docs in the comments. But there is a very quick tool inside of Google Docs where you can literally talk, I would recommend talk slowly to your Google Doc, and it will transcribe what you're saying. This is a free tool if you have a Gmail or a Google email, right? So that could be a shortcut to speaking what you're actually going to say and then just cleaning up the transcription. It's not 100% accurate, but it'll get you like 85 to 90% there. Now, you can take the option of just straight up writing. Some of you are actually writers primarily. And so you just sitting down in front of a Google Doc and writing your script is actually easier for you than just, talking to the camera, right? So if you're a writer, then straight up write word for word what you're going to say. I think script writing is especially important when you're working with brands because brands tend to want you to say specific things. And if you don't think you're going to remember everything, write it down. Now, number 5 is you can go live. So literally right now, I'm live streaming this. You're going to watch this as an edited video uploaded on my channel, but the original way that this content was created was doing a live stream. I use a platform called StreamYard, and it allows me to talk to my audience. And the fact that I know that people are watching actually helps me to perform better. You can watch some of my older videos and it's kind of obvious that I'm alone in the content creation process, right? I'm getting used to talking to the camera. I tend to be more natural when I know people are listening. So going live is an option. And the last thing I will say with your scripting style is you could literally outsource your scripting. You don't have to write your scripts at all. Outsourcing could be using AI, ChatGPT, Magic Writing Canva. It could be paying someone on Fiverr. It could be outsourcing it on a platform like Upwork. So don't get so caught up on where your content is coming from. You need to make it your own, especially if you utilize one of those AI tools. But that could be a way to speed up the process of script writing. And so that could save you some time in the long run. Now, I will tell you that one of the biggest problems people have when it comes to script writing is they hate doing it. And so they really need a sense of accountability to plow through it. I'll be honest, I'm one of those people. I do not like the process of script writing. I would rather just live stream and just go off the top of the dome, and whatever happens, happens, and it is what it is. But when it comes to sponsored content, it's important to me to make sure that I hit all the high points. And so I can't always get away with not having a script. So 3 options if you need to be accountable, if you need somebody to hold you accountable for actually writing the scripts you need to write. You could do it in a coffee shop. You could literally take your laptop and say, look, it sucks, but when I am in an environment where other people are working, it helps me to get the work done. So perhaps changing your scenery will help you, not trying to write your scripts in the same environment where you do your normal work. So, maybe take your laptop on the go and do that. Number 2 is you could do it from home. If you primarily work in an office, maybe you don't try to get your script written at your desk where you do your work. Maybe that's something that you do in your home office or in your living room or at your kitchen table or on your deck, so it may help you to do the opposite, where if you primarily work in an office setting, maybe being in a more pastoral setting, on your back deck at your house or in your yard, sitting in the grass, like literally whatever you need to do to get it done, just get it done, but figure out what works well for you. So as you're in the process of needing to do this over and over and over again, you have an accountability style that works for you. The third option is the one that I tend to use the most. I don't have an office setting, and because I work from home, me doing it at home is no different. I actually use the app Groove. So I will force myself, I'll say, okay, I'm working on a script for this sponsored piece of content. I will literally do this today. I can get one script written in a Groove. And so I will literally say, this is a script writing Groove, and I will hit start Groove, and somebody somewhere in the world will keep me accountable, and I have to get it done in 50 minutes. This is how I use Groove to help with script writing. I think the video I did like a year ago about Groove, I wrote in a Groove. And so knowing that other people are doing work, even if they're not doing the same work I'm doing, it helps me to truncate that amount of time. And it keeps me from scrolling Instagram, checking my email, eating snacks, doing whatever. So if you need to hold yourself accountable, consider flip-flopping your work environment or leveraging an app like Groove to hold yourself accountable. There's other apps like Cave Day or FocusMate. So if Groove isn't the right fit for you, there are other apps that you can use, but ultimately figure out what helps you to be the most productive specifically for script writing. What helps you for script writing may not be what helps you for admin or what helps you for serving your clients. So maybe you only use Groove for script writing, but figure out what works well for you so that when it's time to do it, you know exactly what you need to do to get it done in the least amount of time possible. The last thing you need to think about is your filming style. And what I mean by that is the time between you writing the script and you filming the content. What works the best for you? Do you need to do it the same day? If it's like, look, if I let my head hit the pillow after I write this script, it's going to be worse. So as soon as I write it, I need to film it. That might be you. Or maybe you're like, you know what? I need to sleep on it and then tweak it a little bit the next day. I'm more of a next day filming style. Or some of you are like, you know what? I really need to like batch this content. And so I'm going to write all my scripts for the month. I'm going to write 4 scripts at one time so I can film every week. And so I need a few days to pass between when I write my scripts and when I actually film the content. Figure out what works well for you. Because if you want to incorporate YouTube into your marketing strategy, you have to have a system so that you can be consistent. The reason why you lack consistency currently, because I'm in that space. I didn't have a system. I just thought, well, I want to do it, so I'll just do it. I'll just show up because I want to be on YouTube. And we know good and well, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or LinkedIn, if you don't have a system for showing up, you don't show up. So you have to create that system. You have to figure out, what is the scripting style that I need to utilize? Am I a no notes person? Am I a bullet points person? Am I voice to text? Am I script writing, going live, or outsourcing? Then how can I keep myself accountable to actually do the script writing? Am I best in a coffee shop? Am I best, because I work in an office, doing it at home, doing it on my deck, doing it in my living room? Or does Groove really help me to get it done? And then thirdly, what is the filming style that works best for me? Is it same day, next day, few days later, and batch my content? Once you have those things together, now you can utilize a platform like Asana or Trello or ClickUp, and you can create a template for, this is what I need to do to make a YouTube video. And you can start to assign times and dates to all of that stuff. You can factor in your process in with all your other work. And you will find yourself in a situation where you're able to create content, to use content marketing to grow your business. And it's almost like a seamless process. You don't feel like your marketing is interrupting your actual work, or you're working all day and marketing at night. When you create that system and you leverage tech to create those templates based on your system that you crafted to fit your needs, you will find yourself being able to make more and more content. No matter what platform you're on, the more you show up with thoughtfully strategic content, the more money you make, the more you grow, and the faster you grow. When I started live streaming on this channel, everything changed. I'm not gonna lie to you, everything changed. Because my husband and I own a video production company. So in my head, I felt like I needed to do the same amount of work that I put into a mini documentary as I put into my YouTube channel. I began to realize you guys prefer me showing up more often with very specific content than me having a huge production every time you press play. And so when I started to live stream and I created a system for showing up live, I began to see my channel take off. The amount of time it took for me to gain 1,000 subscribers decreased as soon as I started live streaming. I began to get ideas from the people that watch me live, so I didn't spend so much time researching topics because I just asked y'all what y'all wanted to learn and then created it. So it's going to take you some time to figure out what system works best for you. But I am my own case study, and I can honestly tell you, when you do the work, you're going to see the results. So I hope this video really helps you guys. I hope it helps take some of the pressure away from you wanting to go from an idea to a script to a finished video. I do have a workshop coming up about preparing for your first YouTube video. So I encourage you to look at the link in my description to sign up for that workshop if there are still seats available. And if you are interested in me being a YouTube coach in your life, you can go ahead and click on the link in my description and sign up for the waiting list. Because right now we are done with growing the group, but I want you to get in the next cohort if that's something that you're interested in. So I hope this video was useful. If you liked it, make sure you like this video and subscribe, because I will teach you how to grow your biz without breaking the bank.